attempts for the Boston College Eagles and the Virginia Tech Hokies.
Hi, folks. I'm Brad Nessler. Joining me in the booth, the coach Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit.
As the college football season continues, these two teams are vying for position in the ACC standings.
Well, if you haven't heard about him before, then now is the time to know this cornerback's name. He's a great player, and he'll be asked to shut down the opposing team's #1 receiver.
He has his hands full today, though. He'll be covering a very good receiver.
Kirk, it doesn't matter. This kid is fast, smart, and he loves to play the game. I don't see the offense going his way.
We'll keep an eye on this matchup, that's for sure.
Let's get this thing started with a coin toss, sponsored by Coke Zero.
We're ready to get this one underway as the teams are lined up for the opening kick.
And this game is now underway.
He's to the 10. And he's taken down at the 33.
Now we'll get to see how this quarterback can do today as he comes out onto the field for the first time.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line.
There are 3 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Passes left, gets it out to the halfback.
Nice pickup as they connect on the pass play.
But they look to be in sync right now. They're both reading the defense properly, and the result is a nice game.
3 wide receivers on the field. The quarterback in the shotgun.
It's complete. Tackled at the 41-yard line. Nice pickup as they connect on the pass play.
They look to be in sync right now. They're both reading the defense properly, and the result is a nice game.
The defense comes up tight on the coverage.
The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field.
Here's the halfback. Looks like we've got an injured player down there. Can't tell who it is yet.
Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. Pressure coming, and the ball is loose.
Loss of 3.
They're going to review this fumble, and I've got to tell you, I think he was down before the ball popped loose.
I don't know about this one, Brad. They called it a fumble on the field, and they need indisputable video evidence to overturn this call.
So the call on the field will be reversed. Third down now, and they need to get it down to the 31. They're in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers. A junior makes the catch. Brought down around the 36-yard line.
Nice gain, but not enough for the first down.
Yeah, that's a nice play there. They did everything right except get enough yards for the first down.
This defense will give the quarterback those underneath routes all day long if it can prevent them from getting a first down.
And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary.
And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Sends it sailing downfield. At the 30, at the 40, across midfield, at the 30, down the sideline. They return it all the way for the touchdown.
Guys, what do you think about that one?
I'll tell you what, this kid is a real playmaker.
You know what, Lee? Sheer determination displayed right there. He set his sights on the end zone and would not be denied.
he hits the PAT. Virginia Tech is ready to kick it away. Here's the kick. He's to the 10. Across the 30. At the 40. And he's taken down at the 44. A scoring drive the last time out for this offense. And they'll huddle up for this drive.
And they marched the ball right down the field on that last drive, Coach.
Oh, yeah. They took some tips from the band, marching it right up in there.
Couldn't shake free from a nice tackle there.
Not that impressive of a play. Let's see if they continue to employ the short passing game or if they decide to run the ball.
Single set backfield. Not much room there as they hand it off straight up the middle. Maybe a few, but that's it.
It looked like the rush caused some problems there, Coach.
Yep, they were in there so quick that the running back was never able to get started.
They line up with one running back in the backfield. 3 wide.
They'll work the right side. Makes it out to about the 40.
It's a good job of converting on third down with the running game.
We've got a 1st and 10. The defense is waiting on the pass. They're in the quarters defense. Trying to get it to the tight end, but it falls to the ground.
Excellent job of getting a hand in there to break up the pass.
It was, Coach. That one had reception written all over it, but the defender stepped up and made the play.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go.
They're in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers. Tosses left, intercepted. Good tackle. He wasn't able to spin away from that one.
This quarterback better start making better decisions in the passing game. Otherwise, this corner will come up with even more picks in the future.
First and 10. Virginia Tech is up 4. He's tackled around the 31-yard line.
He picks up 4 yards on the carry. 2nd and 7 coming up here.
They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation.
He scrambled.
Runs with it, and he's got room.
And they push him out at the 46.
This is a nice run for the first down by this quarterback.
First and 10. The defense is in the nickel. They'll go with the run once again. Gets out to around the 38. A gain of 8 on the carry.
It's 2nd down and 2 to go. Ball on the 38-yard line.
New running back now into the backfield. Handoff, and he's met in the backfield. And that was not a good call offensively.
Nah, not a good call, only because they lost yardage. I'll tell you, I've seen plays like this where the tailback breaks one and goes for a touchdown.
You're right, Lee. You can never tell.
On the run, it's picked off.
This safety always seems to be in the right place at the right time. It's no surprise that he comes up with the interception here.
First down, 10 to go. Looks like the defense is only going to pressure with 3 linemen. On the ground with the tailback.
And they make the stop at the 35-yard line. 4-yard gain by the back. Second and 6. Ball on their own 35. The defense comes up tight on the coverage.
The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. Throws left, picked off.
At the 30, to the 20, to the 10, and he will score.
That's not where the quarterback wanted to throw that football, Kirk.
Yeah, but how about the play by the defender? That was a great interception and an even better effort to bring the ball back for a touchdown.
And he converts the extra point.
Looks like they're ready for the kick. Here's the kick. And down he goes at the 37-yard line.
We'll have to see now how the offense responds this time after throwing a pick on their last drive.
Do you think this quarterback is rattled a little bit after that last pick?
He better not be, because it's early in the game, and if he loses his composure, then this team can be in for a very long game. I think he's going to be all right, Coach.
Second down, about 12 yards to go.
Ball on the 35. They line up in an I.
He'll get it again.
At the 30, to the 20. He's got an opening. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. The halfback got the call and was able to carry it to pay dirt.
Yeah, looking smooth out there.
He's one of those guys they can count on for big plays.
And he hits the PAT. And here's the Pontiac drive summary.
Boston College to kick.
Kicks it off.
And he's tackled at the 40.
And now we'll see the offense come out onto the field for their next possession.
They'll get the ball here at the 40-yard line.
They're packed in tight on the line. Looks like we've got an injured player down there. Can't tell who it is yet.
It's second down and 12 to go. Ball on the 37-yard line.
And a great ball game so far as we reach the end of one. Our score here at Alumni Stadium.
Virginia Tech, 14. Boston College, 10. 4 wide. He's scrambling. Rolls to the right. They'll bring him down at the 45. They grab 8 yards there. It's third down and 5 to go. Ball on the 45. It's getting louder down on the field. Scrambling around. Makes the catch and look out. He's taken down at the 47-yard line.
Oh, boy. That is a nice play on third down. The quarterback found his receiver, and they connected on a big play.
Big? That's an understatement, Kirk. This completion keeps the kick team off the field and gives them a new set of downs.
They gained 5 yards there.
5-yard gain on the play.
Second and 5 coming up here. They'll work from the shotgun.
He scrambled.
Throws complete. He's got space to work.
He goes down at the 13. Good catch, and can this guy fly or what?
I couldn't agree with you more. This kid's got to be one of the fastest guys that we've had the privilege of seeing all year.
For the first time today, we'll get to see how this defense responds when they're backed up into the red zone. He got hit hard. The running back gets 2 on the carry.
Well, you know this guy has to protect himself.
You're not kidding. He got walloped on that play.
Virginia Tech is up by 4. Got him over the middle. Touchdown. And he hits the PAT. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. Here's the kick. Taken at the 5. He makes it out maybe to the 26-yard line. Well, guys, they got a touchdown on their last drive.
And you know, Brad, they stuck to the running game, and it proved to be very effective on that last drive.
If they keep running the football like they have been, then we may see another 6 points on the board real soon.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. I'm not sure what happened, but one of the players is hurt. It's 2nd and 4 to go.
I formation here.
Goes right, picked off. Brought down at the 34. That's 3 interceptions now for this quarterback today.
Not a great start at all for this young man. He really looks like he's struggling out there, Kirk.
Hey, it's pretty obvious something is off. The defense has been creating problems for him the entire game. There's no doubt they have him figured out at this point.
Runs right, hit hard. Pickup of a yard for the tailback.
And that was the junior corner who'll get credit with that tackle.
They come out with 4 wide out. He's on the run. Passes left, going the other way. Missed tackle. He's at the 20. Touchdown! That was a great play by the defense, and now they have the momentum.
They are still down in this game, but that really lights a spark for this team.
Things are going their way right now, and they'll be right back on the defensive side of the ball trying to make a quick stop so they can get the ball right back.
And he tacks on the extra point. Boston College to kick this one off. He hits a booming kick. Across the 30. He's tackled at the 39-yard line. It's going to be interesting now to see if this quarterback can put that last throw behind him.
This quarterback just needs to get his composure back. If he settles down, then I think this team will be all right.
And if this defense has anything to say about it, they're playing with a ton of emotion after that turnover.
They keep it on the ground, and the halfback gets about 7 yards. They're packed in tight on the line. And they make the stop around the 48-yard line. So the halfback gets some decent yards and a first down.
The back did a good job here of finding the hole and picking up a 6-yard gain.
Takes it right and brought down right away. A yard, maybe 2 on the carry.
And at that time, it was the junior linebacker that got him. He wasn't letting the ball carrier get upfield.
And a new halfback checks into the game. Moves out to the left.
And he's taken down at the 38.
Not a bad little play there.
Yeah, this is a nice job by the quarterback reading the coverage and delivering a very catchable ball and allowing his receiver to come up with a nice gain.
And it looks like they're going to bring everyone in tight for this one.
Slides down. How about that call?
Well, this is Lee's favorite play. Good call, and the quarterback did a good job of following the push at the line.
First down, 10 yards to go.
They line up in the jumbo set.
To the right and tackled immediately.
That'll be a 2-yard gain.
Here they tried to jam up the running back with the outside linebacker blitz, and it worked pretty well.
Really just nowhere to go on that play. It's a good job of these guys slowing down that running game.
Throws quickly, and it's almost intercepted.
Yo, guys, that was a very dangerous pass.
This quarterback better be careful. He has a tendency to force some passes, and he really forced that one.
The defense comes out with 5 defensive backs this time. He's scrambling. Now he's going to run and watch out. So they keep it on the ground, and they get their 3rd first down of the drive.
Yeah, this is a pretty good-looking drive, don't you think, Coach?
Yes, sir. The offense is in rhythm right now. They are running well and blocking well.
And they're wearing down this defense. The longer a drive goes, the more the advantage goes to the offense.
Passes it to the middle of the field.
And he's tackled at the 14-yard line.
A pretty nice game there for the quarterback. If he can keep this up, he's going to have some nice numbers at the end of the game.
Another catch for this wide receiver. He's getting very good separation during his routes.
Now he tries to buy some time. And they got it. He couldn't avoid the sack there, Coach.
Hey, that protection has got to get better because you don't want your quarterback to get smacked like that.
Talk about home field advantage. Can't find anyone open.
Throws it into coverage, and it's intercepted.
I tell you, Coach, that quarterback is not having the kind of game he'd hoped for.
No, not at all. That was already his 3rd interception of this half.
That's not good news at all. I wouldn't be surprised to see the backup quarterback start warming up.
First and 10. The defensive backs moving in closer.
They line it up with 3 receivers.
Oh, what a hit.
Another solid play by this wide receiver. They may just go right back at him.
And why not? Nobody's really covering him.
The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. Looks over the middle, and it's picked off. He's taken down right around the 26-yard line.
That's his first pick of the year.
And what a great interception it was. That can change the whole landscape of this game.
It's a one-possession game right now, so every score counts. That turnover could turn out to be the difference maker.
Base defense out there against this field goal attempt. They must be thinking fake here. And he's got it. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. We've got a great game here, folks, as we reach the end of the first half. The score here in Beantown is
Virginia Tech, 24. Boston College, 17. Second half just about set to get underway as the teams line up for the kick.
Gets to about the 24-yard line. So let's see how the defense will hold up now as this offense comes out for their next drive.
They'll go to work at the 24. They come out in a goal line set. Handoff to the right. Brought down.
Around the 28-yard line.
That's 4 yards on the play.
It's 2nd and 7.
Going with the shotgun here. Brought down in the open field.
I'm not sure what happened, but one of the players is hurt. We've got a 1st and 10. Backup quarterback into the game now to call the signals. He gets another carry.
And he's tackled
At about the 41.
4-yard gain by the back.
Gain of 4 on the play.
2nd down and 6.
Ball on the 41-yard line.
Hall is in the shotgun. 4 receivers wide.
Scrambling around. And he's going to be sacked.
And they'll probably try to throw here as they line up on 3rd down and 14. The defense sets up in the nickel. He throws. Intercepted off the tip. Tackle around the... The 8-yard line.
Makes the interception.
First down, 10 to go.
Ball on the 48. The defensive back's moving in closer.
Offset eye formation in the backfield. Straight ahead on the give. There's nowhere to run though.
That'll be a gain of 3 yards.
And he took a shot on that play, Brad. It looks like his head might be still ringing a little bit.
They line up in an eye. And he's taken down.
Right around the 40.
He really showed some good speed there.
I'll tell you, no question. When you talk about being able to turn on the jets and leave everybody in the dust, you have to mention this young man. He's got skills, but his speed is what the pro scouts are drooling about.
He's taken down
At the 29-yard line.
Nice job of picking up the Mike linebacker blitz and hitting his man for the first down.
At the 29-yard line.
They line it up with 3 receivers.
Oh, he got nailed on that one.
Well, it's a good job by the quarterback of recognizing the blitz and getting the ball out of his hands for a first down. But at the same time, I like the call from the defensive coordinator. He blitzed not one, but both cornerbacks. You got to love that aggressive call.
He dances around, but they're still able to bring him down.
4 yards on that play.
4 on the play.
The backfield's in an offset eye formation. And they'll run him again.
He picks up 4 yards on the carry.
Gain of 4 on the play.
It's 3rd down and 2 to go.
Offset eye formation in the backfield. They go to the ground and he stops short.
They'll be short of the first down after that unsuccessful running play.
Nice job here by the defense of holding firm and forcing a 4th down.
And it's the offense that takes the field on 4th down. They're crowding the line. Handoff to the right. Touchdown, BC. Nice job by the offense to get the final few yards to the end zone.
Yeah, they knew what play to call for in that situation and made it work. And you can feel the intensity and emotion in this stadium. This one has been an amazing battle. We're right back to square one, assuming this extra point ties it.
They'll line up for the extra point in an attempt to tie the game. He splits the uprights with the extra point. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Looks like they're ready for the kick. And it's off. Fielded at the 4. Brought down at the 29-yard line. The quarterback threw an interception on their last drive. Let's see if they can be more successful here.
And I don't think this defense will lay down lightly. They're going to try to continue to rattle this guy.
Hand off, and he's met immediately. And that was a good stop by the defense. They got him in the backfield.
That's a great example of quickness by the defensive line. It allows you to break away from those blockers before they have a chance of moving you away from the play.
He's on the run, rolling out to the right side.
Hey, I know he dropped it, but the safety put himself in a position to make a play. That's impressive.
The defense comes out with 5 defensive backs this time. Now he tries to buy some time. Caught, and he's hit immediately.
Makes the catch. Gain of 22 on the play.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 50. They line up in the jumbo set. On the ground with the tailback. Gain of 1.
The running back just didn't have any room to move, Kirk.
That's because the defense called the blitz at the right time. They were able to come after the running back before he went for big yards.
Can't find anyone open. Knocked out of bounds at the 42. He picks up a good 7 yards there, and the quarterback keeper. So it's third down, and they've got about 2 yards to go. They come out in a goal line set. They hand it off again, and down he goes at the 37. The defense is having a difficult time stopping this drive.
Right now, they're doing enough to be in situations they want to be in, but they have to finish the job. And the plays start to add up, so we'll have to see if this defense starts to look tired out there.
He's on the run. And he's brought down at the 11. They pick up another first, guys.
They've got a decent drive going here.
Yep, the offense is doing exactly what they have to do. Move the sticks.
First down, 10 to go. This is the 8th play of this drive. And they swap out the running back now for this next play. And he's tackled at the 7-yard line. 4-yard gain by the back.
Gain of 4 on the play.
It's second down and 6 to go. 7 yards for the touchdown. There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Scrambling around. He's under some heat.
Not a good play for the confidence of these defenders. This back made that touchdown look easy. This 6-point lead will soon become 7 with the extra point. It's still in the third quarter, but we've seen a great game the whole way. I wouldn't be surprised to see if these guys drive it back down the field again and tie it up.
And he adds the extra point. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. And it's off. He'll return it from the 3. And he just got stood up right there. The offense dominated the game on the ground during their last drive on their way to a touchdown.
Anytime you can put points on the board, things are going in the right direction.
Offset eye formation in the backfield. Looking for the corner.
That turns out to be a huge loss.
It looked like he just got lost out there. That kid was running backwards, sideways, upside down, every way but forward. What are you doing out there, kid? Tell me, please.
Second and long coming up here. Ball on their own 6. From the gun. Throws it, and oh, he drops it. That could have easily been a turnover.
Yeah, I don't even think the quarterback even saw that guy.
Well, he almost saw him running the other direction with the football.
The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field.
Got an opening.
And they make the stop around the 19-yard line.
These 3 and outs are quite simply momentum killers.
Yep, you got to do better than that if you want to get yards against this defense.
End of the third, and we've got a tight one. Our score here at Alumni Stadium.
Virginia Tech, 31. Boston College, 24.
Booming kick. Nothing doing there. Couldn't go anywhere. Not a great return there.
Yep, great coverage by the punt team. And Kirk, that punt was a skyrocket.
Boy, he got a hold of that ball. This punter has a big-time leg, and you can see that when he gets a hold of a ball like that. Really goes.
And we'll take a break while the injured players attended to. Second down and 7. Ball on their own 34. They'll work from the shotgun. Now he's scrambling. Runs with it, and he's got room. He's knocked out of bounds around the 45-yard line.
And a big gain on the quarterback scramble.
Easy play there. The receivers run the defenders off, and all the quarterback has to do is run to the vacant spot on the field.
And don't forget about the awareness of the quarterback, recognizing the coverage and having the courage to tote it downfield.
Nice tackle to bring him down before he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Solid effort there to break up that play.
The defense sets up with 5 defensive linemen. He's scrambling. And it's caught. How about that pass play?
This may not be his best throw so far as showing off his arm strength, but it might be the best-looking pass you'll see from him all game. He took a little bit off of it this time and placed it in there perfectly. Magnificent play.
Their last red zone trip resulted in a touchdown. I don't expect this one to be any different. Runs it right and can't get away. Nice tackle. And the halfback's got nowhere to go.
No gain on the play.
It's second down and 10 to go. New running back now into the backfield. He's on the run. Quarterback's going to run it, and he's got room to work.
Personal foul. Face mask on the defense.
So the offense will move a little bit closer with that penalty. Virginia Tech, first and goal, about to go up by 2 scores. They've got their goal line sets on the field. This might be a good time for play action. Halfback gets a call, and he's got the touchdown. He followed his blocks and rammed his way into the end zone.
Yeah, the back needs to give credit to that offensive line for that one. They created the space for him to run through.
Here, guys, both teams are in their goal line sets, and it's hard to stop any offense when they're that close to the goal line.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. And here's the Pontiac drive summary. Virginia Tech is lining up to kick this one off. He kicks off. He's to the 40. He gets out to about the 45-yard line. Guys, what do you think about this situation?
Now is when you have to get the ball to your impact players. Down 2 possessions. If these guys wait any longer to step up, it's going to be too late.
And they do have time to get 2 scores, but they have to get on the board on this possession.
There's a play fake. Intercepted. It's the sophomore corner. Oh, man, did he take a hit.
Wow, this defensive back has great hands. Maybe they should try him at receiver.
First down, 10 to go.
They line up in the jumbo set. Fumble, loose ball. And that's going to give these guys a chance.
I'll tell you what, Kirk, they needed to force a turnover there, and that defense jumped on the football.
Now all they need to do is come up with some big plays and put some points on the board in a hurry.
This is a great place to start the drive on the opponent's side of the 50. The defense is waiting on the pass. They're in the quarters defense. He's taken down
at the 15-yard line.
That's a smart play here by the quarterback. He threw it into the window the zone coverage gave him. Nice pass and a nice job by the receiver running the slant.
In the red zone again. Let's see if it'll be another touchdown.
And down he goes at the 9-yard line. The running back gives him 6 on the ground.
It's second down. There's only 8 yards between the ball and the end zone. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field.
The back gets 3 on the carry.
3-yard gain on the play.
It's third down. Only 5 yards away from the goal line. The backfield's in an offset I formation. Pass is tipped away.
That's some tough defense right there. That ball had no shot at being caught.
I disagree. It had a shot at being caught all right.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You didn't let me finish. It had a shot at being caught by the defensive back.
Oh, okay, defensive back. That makes more sense.
Catches it, and he's tackled at the 1-yard line.
Well, if there's one thing I learned in this game, it's to never count a team out. There's still enough time on this clock for these guys to come back and win this game.
I don't know how many more of those first downs are going to be able to convert those.
Quick throw caught out of bounds. He made the catch, but it was outside the white line.
This quarterback has to just settle down and get his feet underneath him. He took the receiver clearly out of bounds. That kid had no shot to make the catch.
Runs it and tackled in the backfield. 1-yard loss for the halfback.
1-yard loss on the play.
It's third and goal. This is the 8th play of this drive.
The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. And we've got a game on our hands.
Yes, we do. That was a big, big score right there. They're going to need one more just like it.
You know, they're going to have a big decision when they line up for the kickoff. Onside or kick it away and try to get a quick 3 and out.
And he tacks on the extra point. So with just over 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, our score, Virginia Tech 38, Boston College 31. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary. Boston College is ready to kick it away.
Fielded at the 4. There's a player injured, but it looks like it's just a stinger. So it's make or break time. Who's going to rise to the challenge? Virginia Tech is up by a touchdown. Just over 2 minutes in the game. They work the right side, and there is nothing going there.
That'll be a gain of 3 yards.
3-yard gain on the play. Timeout called by the defense.
2nd and 7. Ball on the 34.
They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Goes over the middle, intercepted.
And he's hammered down. It's 1st and 10. The defensive backs moving in closer.
The defense is waiting on the pass. They're in the quarters defense. Flares it out to the right to the halfback. He couldn't shake that tackle.
A decent pickup that time.
And see, guys, that's when this offense is at their best. If they can connect on these intermediate patterns, they'll allow them to be a lot more creative on offense.
They'll work from the shotgun. Dangerous throw, and this one's picked off. Oh, no, they really didn't need that.
No, they didn't. And now it puts them in a situation where they have to get a stop.
And as a quarterback, you can't give up an interception late in the game. You got to be more careful with the football.
First down, 10 to go. And there they are, folks, the Russell Athletic players of the game. They go with the run, and he's taken down behind the line. They didn't let him get anything going on that play.
No, they didn't. Heck, they didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
Virginia Tech is up 7. Just over a minute in the fourth quarter. Throws it out, and it falls incomplete. They decide to go with a pass there, guys.
In this situation, you simply want to run the football and avoid turning it over.
And you don't want to stop the clock. Somebody should be in that coach's ear after that one.
4 wide. Scrambling around. Looks like we've got an injured player down there. Can't tell who it is yet.
Timeout called by the defense.
It's 4th down. And they're ready to punt this one away. Booming kick. This punt bounces into the end zone, and this will be a touchback.
Well, Coach, a field goal is out of the question here. They need to get the ball into the end zone.
Yep, this is 4-down territory. You better score now or it's all over, sweetheart. Gone.
Going over the middle, intercepted. To the 20. And they make the stop right around the 14-yard line. And that is an absolutely huge turnover for this defense. They couldn't have picked that off at a better time.
Just a horrible decision by the quarterback trying to force that pass, especially at this point in the game. Why did he throw that pass?
Yeah, this is not the time for an interception. Now this offense has a chance to get back into the game.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 14-yard line. They line up in the jumbo set.
Runs it right and can't get away. Nice tackle.
Not a lot on that one.
It's a nice play by the defense.
Yeah, the outside linebacker was coming in on a run blitz, and it caused some confusion on the offensive line.
Virginia Tech is up a score. We have less than a minute to go. Taken down around the 7-yard line.
6-yard pickup.
Gain of 6 on the play.
3rd down.
They'll line up on the 7-yard line.
Everybody on their feet. They want to see a stop right now. And that should do it. Our final tally in this one.
Virginia Tech, 38. Boston College, 31.
Kirk, any final thoughts here as we take a look at our Pontiac game-changing performance?
Without question, this is a tough loss for these players. Boston College played a great game out there, but I think they were a little bit outmanned. They're a good team, though. They'll bounce back from this.
Well, thanks for joining us for another presentation of NCAA Football 09. For Lee, Kirk, and everyone here at EA Sports, I'm Brad Nessler saying goodbye, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for attending today's ball game. Please drive home safely.